I guess it wouldn't be too much of an exaggeration to say that many people today have heard about the law of attraction. The law of attraction. This could be called a psychological law or even a spiritual law. That being that we draw unto ourselves that which we think about. And we draw most quickly unto ourselves that which we think about most. And this seems to ring true. But if it is correct, and if we bring into our lives that which we focus on most, then obviously those things that we don't focus upon as much, but we do think about, will also be drawn to us, perhaps more slowly. And of course, because we're thinking about them and not considering the law of attraction at all, eventually they do manifest in our lives. So that's why we need to be careful all the time about what we are thinking about habitually. But this involves being able to monitor our thoughts, to be able to be aware of them almost continuously, and most of us don't do that. We become absorbed in the thought itself. We become the thought, and thereby we are still manifesting those, or still bringing those things towards us, but don't realise we're doing it. When suddenly, whoop, there they are. I can recall when I first started to think about, in terms of spirituality, the meaning of life, self-knowledge, self-understanding, etc. That's when I suddenly found myself drawing to myself things like books, going along to a bookshop or just a bookstore or some second-hand place and finding that exactly the right book that I needed or felt I needed at that time arrived in my life. Of course, then begins, when you're thinking about even more stuff along those lines comes into your life, including people on similar wavelengths. People are also interested in the same sorts of things as you are. So not only do those things that you're focusing on, mostly the things you're really concentrating on, which you know are in your life, there could be your hobby, there could be your pastime, there could be your job, there could be some relationship. Those things might be at the centre, but it's the periphery, the other things, which is still coming towards you as well. This is why things often come into our life as a surprise. We think, well, how did we bring that into our lives? Obviously, we did in some way, because according to the book by Neale Donald Walsch, Conversations with God, Book 1, the only way we bring things into our lives is by thinking about them first. The idea, the thought, then talking about them, the word, and then the actions. Be very careful then, and I've said this many times, be very careful to monitor your habitual thoughts. You are not your thought, but it is a tool at your disposal. Use it carefully, use it wisely, and bring those things into your life which you want to place there, not those things that you do not.